seated. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Right. On behalf of the Board of Directors, Dr. Hanak, the administration, the faculty and staff of PA Leadership Charter School, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the commencement services for the class of 2015. It is an honor to recognize their efforts and celebrate their successes of these tremendous young men and women as they close one chapter of their lives and they start the next. It is a sincere pleasure to welcome the friends and family of all of these graduates who have loved and supported them over the years. Today is also for you. To the class of 2015, today you are celebrating a very special milestone. It is a moment in time that is here and now and will be gone quickly. It is exclusively yours. After today, you will not have the opportunity to relive your high school graduation. Only revisit it through memories and pictures. So please sit back, relax, and take it all in. Enjoy the celebration of your accomplishments. And now it is my distinct privilege to introduce Dr. James Hanak. Dr. Hanak is the founder and CEO of PA Leadership Charter School. Jim received his master's degree in communications and theology and his doctorate in management and communications. Since he graduated from Virginia Tech, he has started and run numerous nonprofit service organizations. However, he believes his greatest accomplishment was to start PA Leadership Charter School. And it is to his credit that the school has continually grown from 340 students in 2004 to over 2,500 students last year. Dr. Hanak has been published over 400 times. He has written articles for the Philadelphia Inquirer, National Educator, and USA Today. It was actually the writing of an article for the Inquirer on charter education that led him to start the school from which you are graduating today. PA Leadership Charter School has the same leadership goals as the Doctorate of Ministry program that Dr. Hanak developed in the 1980s for hundreds of pastors in the Philadelphia area. Dr. Hanak has also hosted his own television show. In the 1990s, The Viewpoint aired weekly on local news for several seasons. The Viewpoint was also picked up on networks across 5 continents. All of these experiences were self-taught. Each combined experience led Jim to start PA Leadership Charter School as a school that used electronic media to create a fully interactive and quality educational experience. It was his vision that education be available wherever the student was and that students graduate with a love of learning. Please extend a warm welcome to Dr. James Hanak.
Congratulations to each of our 2015 graduates. For those of you who've been with us from the beginning, you have experienced a school that started with 8 teachers and 340 students, the original one-room cyber schoolhouse, to today, 145 teachers and 2,509 students, with hundreds in line to join us next year. You have, from the comfort of your own homes, watched as we added course after course that today provides curriculum that matches or exceeds any high school in America. This year, we dramatically increased our extracurricular offerings, and we spent $500,000 expanding our Moodle software platform to enable you to have even more contact with your teachers. I must express a special thanks to our board members, Gary Doherty, Carolyn Welsh, Tom Garrido, Dr. Brian Shuffler, and the head of our board, Bill Middleton, for providing with me daily guidance and support that enables us to believe that we could never be stronger. Most of you participated in the field trips that our parents organized throughout the school year. Many of you, because of the uniqueness of our school, were able to travel and live in Panama, Quebec, Greece, Egypt, Costa Rica, Honduras, Guatemala, Alaska, Florida, Washington, D.C., New York City, and even China. You, our graduates, are truly pioneers with us in developing, in just 11 years, one of the most exciting and innovative learning experiences in the entire world. May I encourage you, no, may I challenge you to take this pioneer spirit with you wherever you go. Use your time with Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School to prepare yourself to always ask the question, why not? Take your experience with your peers and teachers to new heights as you always ask yourself, what new leadership skills must I develop now in order to solve tomorrow's problems? Take the spirit of this school with you as you climb the mountains set before you, knowing that your greatest asset is your positive attitude and your greatest strength is the self-confidence that you have gained from your parents, your extended family, your teachers, and from your Creator. And as you go, take us with you in your heart. For I know that I speak for all of our teachers and staff that you have touched us in ways that will last for eternity. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Scott Van Vooren, the high school principal. And at this time, I would like to, we will have a vocal music performance by graduate Brianna Clark.
Don't be angry if I wash his feet with my tears. wrapped his love all around me, and you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. I can't forget the way life used to be. I was prisoner to the sin that had me bound, and I spent my days pouring my life without measure into a little treasure box I thought I found, until the day when he came to me and healed my soul with the wonder of his touch. So now I'm giving back to him all the praise he's worthy of. I've been forgiven, and that's why I love him so much. And I've come to pour my praise on him like oil from Mary's alabaster box. Don't be angry if I wash his feet with my tears, and I dry them with my hair. My hair, you were there the night he found me. You did not feel what I felt when he wrapped his loving arms around me, and you don't know the cost of the oil. Oh, you don't know the cost of my praise. No, no, you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. Ooh.
Thank you, Brianna. At this time, I would like to introduce Student Class Representative Andrew Robb.
Hi, guys. All right. I am so honored to be speaking to everyone here. Thank you for coming from across the state to support and celebrate with us. We did it, guys. Woohoo. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. We have passed a milestone that we will not soon forget. And personally, I am very glad to be finished with this chapter of my life. But at the same time, I'm nervous because I don't know what the next chapter of my life will hold. But I think I've been well prepared for my future. So this speech has undergone many revisions, and it's hard to hold on to like the true meaning and goal behind something after it's been changed so many times. So if I can leave you with anything, remember this: know who you are. If you don't know who you are, then find who you are. Because as Gordon Eady said, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. And only recently have I realized what that truly means. Growing up, I didn't really know who I was. I would do whatever my brother did. His first job was at the library, and so was mine. He wanted a beard, he wore hats and dressed in flannel, and so did I, minus the beard. But all my goals in life were either to follow him or make those around me happy. And while those aren't bad goals, I wasn't truly learning who I was. And so I was swayed by the ideas and people around me. Which brings us to the question, what is my identity? I first realized I didn't really know who I was when I tried to follow my brother into lifeguarding. He had been a lifeguard for about 3 years at this point, and I applied for the class, I paid the fee, and I passed the swim test. But as I worked on the classwork, on how to save lives and how someone's life could be resting in my hands, I had a breakdown. I got sick, and I had to quit the class. I realized in that moment, I am not my brother. I am not my parents. I may not know who I am yet, but nevertheless, I'm a unique and special person. And lots of us are trying to find who we are, which is a big step towards maturity. And some of us find our heroes in comic books, while others look to the past for their heroes. I see Teddy Roosevelt as my hero. He was the leader of the Rough Riders and an all-around masculine guy. He was a man who was not passive. He accepted responsibility, he led courageously, and he invested in the lives around him. He was a leader. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "The best boys I know, the best men I know, are good at their studies or their business, fearless and stalwart, hated and feared by all that is wicked and depraved, incapable of wrongdoing, and equally incapable of being aught but tender to the weak and helpless." In life, as in a football game, the rule to follow is hit the line hard. Don't foul, and don't shirk, but hit the line hard. His attitude towards life was imbued with the idea that life meant more than looking nice and taking selfies or fooling around with your bae. Instead, he believed that men and women should take a stand and be leaders of the future. An admirable attitude, and the one we don't see enough of today. So as we begin our journey through student debt, research papers, and bad jobs with low pay, we must find who we are. Identity is important. Knowing who you are, your strengths, and more importantly, your weaknesses, gives you the confidence to take chances, to forge a path in unknown terrain. For example, I know that I am afraid of heights. Not the crippling kind of fear that keeps you from crossing bridges, but the kind of fear that makes you wish you hadn't looked down when you're climbing a tree. Anyway, I know that I get scared of heights. I'm scared around heights. So any chance I get, I go rock climbing or rappelling. Not because I like being scared, but because it makes me a better human being. If someone is in need of help, I want to help them, and I don't want my fears to stand in the way. I want my identity to be one of sacrifice and stalwartness. And right now you may not be feeling especially courageous, but neither did Teddy starting out. Growing up, he was a sickly child who longed to be like the men of the West. He set out to change his identity. He trained his body. He tried stuff that made him afraid, but he did it courageously. Then when it came time to lead men in battle or lead the country, he was ready. Not because he sat around wishing and hoping to be a man or a leader, but because he lived what he wanted to be. In order to be world changers and leaders, we mustn't sit on our hands thinking about the future. If you do that, the future will pass you by and you will live life doing nothing, filled with regret. So I challenge you, do something now before you lose your chance. If you have a chance to volunteer for a charity, do it. If you can get involved in a political campaign, do it. If you have a chance to go to France, do it. Take some pictures. If you can take a trip across America, do it, like I did, and have fun. If we want to live interesting lives, we can't sit around doing nothing. We must decide to do something and create and mold our identities instead of just fantasizing about what we could be. And I have a long journey ahead, as do all of us. But as we continue through our lives, we must have a goal in mind, a singular mind, someone to be like, something to do. And personally, I've chosen Theodore Roosevelt and the sentiments he represented. He said, "I have never in my life envied a human being who led an easy life. I have envied a great many people who led difficult lives and led them well. I aim to live a life well led. Not one sat in the lap of luxury, but one with a mind to change the world and lead it for the better. As I draw to a close, I want to thank some teachers who have really impacted me. I want to thank Miss Nicole, who instilled in me the love of science and biology. I want to thank Miss Andrus, who helped me pass chemistry. And I want to thank Mr. Hansley for his work this year in English. And thank you to all the teachers who brought me to where I am today. Your work will impact my life forever. To close, here's a quote from Theodore Roosevelt. Far and away, the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. Teachers, your work is worth doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. At this time, I would like to introduce the vocalist ensemble CPFA Chorale. They will be singing 2 songs for us. Thank you, chorale members. At this time, I would like to introduce Student Class Representative Audrey Wilcox.
Good afternoon, Dr. Hanak, Representative Truitt, Chairman Middleton, PALCS faculty, staff, and administration, parents, guests, and my fellow classmates of 2015. Congratulations to the class of 2015. We did it! I begin today with thanks. Thanks for some important people who made this graduation day possible for us. First, thanks to our family members and friends who have come long distances to celebrate graduation with us today. Second, thanks to our parents and guardians who are by our side, encouraging, supporting, and helping us study to earn our diplomas. And finally, I offer thanks for our teachers who gave us their focus, their commitment, their care and concern, their time and energies, who advised and invested in us to this point, and who played an active role in launching us into our future. We are graduating high school, poised to move ahead and make our mark on the world. But before we embark on this next journey, let's revisit the past and remember and appreciate what PALCS has taught us and how to prepare to tackle the next challenges in life. One skill that PALCS gave us is the ability to adapt to changes in technology. We are privileged to attend a cyber school functionally heavenly in technology. We took classes that inundated us with technological experiences and know-how to our advantage. We learned how to manage it, facilitate it, socially interact through it, and succeed in it. Our society is racing along on a technology speedway where everyone has a choice to enter with lightning speed and efficiency, or get run over by it and be left bruised and down in the dust. The age of exponential change is upon us, and we must engage it with strength, courage, and confidence, and also proficiency. PALCS has inundated our personas with quick, agile, and competent minds, able to engage with and master our future on the technology frontier. PALCS has also positioned our mindsets with focus and intention to pursue our passions, understand what we want from life, and to set goals that help us achieve our potential and serve the best interests of our world. PALCS realizes its strength in the world of education through cyber means and uses those strengths to empower its students with the boldness to exercise their freedom to capture opportunities that arise from the way our programs are structured. Students have used their freed up time to fulfill internships, serve and be involved in the community, travel for personal development and refreshment, and take some space to ponder and discover what they truly want to do with their lives. This freedom to pause in our busy schedules and engage our brains in widening our perspectives beyond the books and tests enables students to enlarge their learning and growing experiences. Another avenue freely open to us in the PALCS program's menu includes the opportunity to study at the University Scholars Program, the Center for Performing and Fine Arts, the Leadership Certificate Program, and the School of Professional Studies. I've had the privilege to participate in USP, CPFA, and the Leadership Certificate Program. PALCS has given us a wide variety of learning possibilities, offering us many different paths to explore in which we can discover who we are in this world and where we belong. Finally, PALCS has furthered our leadership abilities. This is one of the most important and fundamental principles upon which our school was founded, developing the leadership qualities in all students so they can go out, impact, and change the world. It's even in our name, PA Leadership Charter School. Throughout our school years, we took leadership classes and discovered what it means to be truly effective, strategic, and successful in leadership. In addition, the core curriculum classes include projects that require the students to actually put leadership into practice. While anyone can gain knowledge and education, it is leadership that takes an innovative mind and turns it into reality that impacts our culture, our society, our environment, and makes a positive difference. There are very few schools that take the time to teach students how to apply leadership and build on the necessary characteristics displayed by successful leaders. PALCS strives to train students to be the leaders of the future. Seniors, we are the future of the world. I know this is a cliche, but it's true. We have the choice to enter the world with what PALCS has taught us and create a better future through leading and succeeding. My fellow graduates, let's enter the world today and change our future for the better. We now have the tools and the knowledge necessary to achieve this goal, thanks to PALCS. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Richard Truitt is an internationally renowned opera singer and stage performer who has dazzled audiences all over the world. He is a frequent guest on the Jimmy Fallon Show, and he's about to release his second CD, this one of Broadway favorites. Much more importantly, he is dad to two outstanding young men who are students at PALCS. One who has just graduated middle school and is moving up into high school, and one who today sits on this stage as a 2015 graduate. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Richard Truitt.
Okay, so you all know the book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie? You know that book? If you give an opera singer a microphone, you're going to be here a while, I'm telling you. So what I want to say is whenever I have to sing, and I sing all over the world, it's really great, but today, first and foremost, I'm a PALCS parent. I'm a parent who knows Moodle. I'm a parent who knows what it's like to be up till about 11:58 on deadline days. Do we all know this? Hurry up, copy that, scan that, get that in. I thought I was the only family, we were the only family that did that. Well, I find that's not true, right? So you guys have such a unique situation because actually a lot of you don't know each other. You're a class of 2015 from all over Pennsylvania. So what I want you to do first is look at each other, turn around to the person to your left or right, say, hey, how are you doing? My name is this. These are your teachers. There are those voices you hear over that little box. They're real people. And all we see up here, people, is potential. I see nothing but potential. So I'm going to do a magic trick for you, okay? The magic trick is this. In 1997, I got to be the guest speaker at a commencement for a high school graduation. And at that graduation, I took a baby, a little baby, and I held the baby just like this and said, this baby knows nothing but I can. That's all the baby knows, is I can do anything. So I held that baby up high. Today, as a parent, that baby is not going to hold me. That's how it goes. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. That's all I'm going to say today. You will have the potential to lift anything up you want. Anything, you can do anything. The song I'm going to sing is from Pippin. Pippin is this young guy who's trying to figure out, where is my life? What I'm going to do? Where is my corner of the sky? You all have a corner of the sky somewhere. You're going to find it. Might take a little longer. Might take a short time. You might sleep through it. Who knows? But what the heck? Find your corner of the sky, just like Pippin. Everything has its season, everything has its time. Show me a reason and and I'll soon show you a rhyme. Cats fit on a windowsill, children fit in the snow. Why do I feel I don't fit in anywhere I go? Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've gotta be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky.
Man has his daydream, every man has his goal. People like the way dreams have of sticking to the soul. Thunderclouds have their lightning, nightingales have their song. And don't you see, I want my life to be something more than love.
Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly.
I've gotta be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky.
So many men seem destined to settle for something small.
But I won't rest until I know I have it all. So don't ask where I'm going, just listen when I'm gone.
And far away you'll hear him singing softly to the dawn.
Rivers belong where they can ramble.
Eagles belong where they can fly.
I've gotta be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner
Of the sky, the
sky.
Goodness. Dan Truitt began his third term as Pennsylvania State Representative, representing much of Chester County in January of 2015. And today he serves on 4 key legislative committees: the House Education Committee, Commerce, State Government, and Labor and Industry Committees. Dan was born and raised in Delaware County and graduated cum laude from Villanova University with a Bachelor's of Science in Electrical Engineering, and later he earned a Master's of Science in Computer Science from Westchester University. In 1999, Dan started his own business, Truitt Engineering. His experience in dealing with government bureaucracy inspired him to run for office and work to make the state more business-friendly. As a lawmaker, Dan's legislative priorities include job creation, reducing the size and cost of state government, and enacting reforms to provide choice in education. Dan and his wife, Michelle, reside in Westchester with their 2 sons, Daniel and Mark. Dan and Michelle were high school sweethearts, and they have been married for more than 27 years. Their family chose PALCS 7 years ago because of the needs of their son, who was then in 5th grade, were not being met in their home public school district. As a professional engineer, Dan is a programmer, and at the time he had no idea that his decision to enroll his child at our school would lead to a career change and that he would become the leader of cyber charter defenders in the Harrisburg legislature. Over the years, their two sons have successful experiences at PALCS and the University Scholars Program. Dan donated his time to teach at PALCS for an entire year as a guest lecturer, bringing a computer course to the Scholars Program that motivated more than one student to pursue a career in engineering. Dan is tireless in his efforts to educate his fellow legislators who have no clue how cyber charter education opens the door for so many families and students. He is always first to stand up to powerful opponents to defend school choice for all Pennsylvania families. Please welcome to our podium our 2015 graduation speaker, friend, and father of one of our graduates this afternoon, the Honorable Dan Truitt.
Okay, so I don't know how in the world I'm going to follow the Troxel family, but I can assure you that Dan and I aren't going to get up here and sing. People that know him and know me know how extraordinarily funny that is. Thank you and good afternoon. It's a great day to be a PALCS High School senior. Right, guys? I want to start my remarks today by thanking the wonderful team of educators and administrators at the Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School for inviting me here today, for everything they do for the children of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and I want to congratulate them for getting another class of students across a very important finish line. That's a job well done. As Jim mentioned, I'm deeply involved in the process of defending cyber charter schools against forces in Harrisburg that really don't understand cyber charter schools. And every time you guys get another class of students across the finish line, you help me do my job. So thank you for that. In particular, I want to thank Dr. Hanak for his tireless advocacy for cyber charter schools. Cyber charter schools in particular, are under constant attack in Harrisburg. But Jim, as I call him, never gives up on his students, his school, or the charter school movement. He is one of my strongest allies in the ongoing fight for school choice and is one of my personal heroes because I know that his work has improved the lives of thousands of children, including two of my own. For that, I will be eternally grateful. Everybody, students especially, please give Dr. Hanak a hand. Next, I want to address the parents and guardians of the graduates. Now, I know exactly how you feel today because my eldest son is among the graduating class. Right now, your graduate feels like the entire span of their life, all 18 years of it, has been an eternity. Meanwhile, I know that you feel like it was just yesterday that you were holding them in your arms, wondering, will this thing ever stop crying and go to sleep? If your graduate is your first child, you might have also been thinking, this is inhumane. How does anybody get through this? Well, you are finally off the hook. Let's face it, while I know that you love your graduate more than life itself, up to this point, you were somewhat obligated to help them along life's trail. However, from this point forward, it's on them. Anything you do for them, you do out of the goodness of your hearts. Of course, you will continue to try to protect them and help them succeed. But you can and should feel the weight of their world lifted from your shoulders. I know that the Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School has provided them with an excellent education, and I know just from the fact that you bothered to exercise your option to provide them with a different kind of education, that you have provided them with the skills and values to use that education to succeed in their future endeavors. Congratulations to you on a job well done. Now I want to address the graduates, and that's really why I'm here today, of course. I'm sure you wish I would end my remarks right here so that you can get your party started. But as your commencement speaker, I would be remiss if I did not at least try to impart some words of wisdom. Today, more than most other days, really is the first day of the rest of your life. And while your parents are thanking a deity that something is finally over, you should be very excited to be starting a new phase of your lives. Here are 10 things to keep in mind if you want to be successful in the real world moving forward. I would call them the 10 Commandments, but somebody beat me to that by about 2,000 years. So let's call them 10 really strong recommendations in no particular order. These are things that have worked well for me, although I haven't always complied. Number 1, don't be stupid. Right? Seriously. You are 18 years old, have a high school diploma, and a bright future if you don't do anything stupid. Whether you're going to college or directly to work, the decisions you make over the next 4 years will have a huge effect on the rest of your life. Now, I got married when I was 18. Most people would say that was stupid. But my girlfriend and I had already been together for 2.5 years, and 28 years later, I'm still married to my high school sweetheart. I got lucky, but it's not like I had only known her for 2.5 months. Use your heads. Think before you act. Be smart. Don't go into debt to buy stupid things. Stay away from drugs. And never, ever drink and drive. That's stupid, and it can really ruin the rest of your life before it even gets started. So with that formality out of the way, I have to do the don't do drugs thing. Number 2, be a good listener. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Use them proportionately. You can learn something from everyone you meet if you'll just listen to them. In your lifetime, you're going to run into a lot of people that you think are complete idiots. And believe it or not, if you'll just listen, you can even learn things from those people. You might learn that they're not idiots. At the very least, you might learn what an idiot thinks about. If you talk too much about things you don't know enough about, you can end up looking like the idiot. It's not necessary to fill every second of life with mindless blathering. My father is the smartest person I've ever known. He and I can sit together for long periods of time without talking and yet still enjoy each other's company. Silence is golden, and there's nothing wrong with stopping to think about something that someone else said. When you walk away from a conversation, ask yourself, who spent the most time talking? If it was you, try to do better in the future. Number 3, remember that family is a safety net. This works 2 ways, and it's a great thing. I highly recommend getting married. Find that person who makes you happy and makes you better than you can ever be without them, and commit to making them happy and making them stronger, for better or for worse, and honor that commitment. Doing that doubles your safety net. I've had a bad habit of biting off way more than I can chew, and I usually have more stuff to do than there is time in the day. I'm not going to bore you with the stories, but I can tell you that my father, my mother, my wife, and my in-laws have always been there when I really needed them. When your family needs you, you need to be there for them. No matter how inconvenient their timing may be for you, even when you want to say, well, your lack of planning is not my emergency, you need to be there for them. Then, when you need them, they will be there for you. Make it your goal to give more than you receive. Number 4, don't be a clock watcher. Being the first one out the door at the end of a workday can be good for beating the traffic, but it's bad for your career. Trust me, I've hired a lot of people, I've had employees over the years. Bosses notice which employees run out the door as soon as their shift ends and which ones stick around to make sure the job is really done. And I forgot to put it on here, never ever play solitaire on the job, even if it's your lunch hour. It's just not a good idea. Number 5, the glass is half full. I can't emphasize this one enough. Now, if you're thinking, thank God number 4 was short, you're on the right track. If you're thinking, rats, there's still 5 more, you might need to work on this. If you go through life looking at the negative side of everything, no one will want to have you around. People like that are often a cancer on their organization and become targets for layoffs in the professional world. If you can do your job without ever making a mistake, you might be able to get away with being an emotional drag on your coworkers, until you finally do make a mistake, and you will. If you think you won't, you might have too much self-esteem. Number 6, get over it. Life isn't always fair. Whatever someone did to you or whatever did not go your way, it's water under the bridge. I still remember the first time I heard my father use that expression, and it was a life-changing moment for me. Don't be a victim. Don't dwell on your misfortune. Don't let yourself be consumed by the desire to get even or exact revenge. These are negative forces that distract you from achieving your goals. When something goes wrong or someone does you wrong, get over it, figure out what you learned from the experience, and move on. Number 7, never assume that you can't do something. This is not easy. When presented with a seemingly impossible task, stop, take a breath, and think. Here again, I learned this from my father. When I was younger, I watched him repeatedly pull off things that I thought were impossible. Sometimes he would think his way out of a problem. Other times, he would beat problems through raw persistence and patience. You all know this. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Listen to me carefully. You are not special. Now, if you have a bona fide disability, obviously this varies a little bit, but if other people can do something, so can you. If you have a bona fide disability, you might need to go about it in a different way, but if other people can do something, you can do something. Figure out how to do it. Mercifully, I got these concepts through my thick skull before I ran for office and was able to win an election that I was supposed to lose. And did I mention that I have a fear of public speaking? God really does have a sense of humor. Number 8, important one. Don't try to lift yourself up by pulling others down. Unfortunately, I work in a world where this is standard operating procedure every 2 years. If you want to move up in the polls, it's easier to trash the other guy and drag him down. Since everything is relative, this creates the illusion that you moved up in the polls. This is a nasty tactic and destroys the public's confidence in their elected officials. No real good comes from it. In the real world, this type of behavior just makes you a jerk. It's not always necessary for someone else to lose in order for you to win. Some people think the best way to close the income gap is to take money away from high wage earners. That's just stupid, and I already told you not to be stupid. If you feel yourself succumbing to jealousy about what other people have or what other people have accomplished, get over it. Figure out how to morally and legally acquire or achieve those things on your own. Your parents and teachers have given you the tools. It's time for you to use them. Number 9, live to serve others. It's hard to verbalize how this works, so you're going to have to bear with me. I hope that at some point in your lives you'll learn the true joy that comes from helping someone else when you have absolutely nothing to gain from it. There's a nirvana of sorts that you can achieve when you stop living to acquire stuff and start living to help others improve their lives. If you don't want anything, you won't suffer the negative emotions of not having those things, and you won't become a slave to your stuff. You won't have to buy accessories for stuff. You won't have to store your stuff. You won't have to insure your stuff. You won't have to move your stuff. You won't have to replace your stuff with the latest, greatest stuff. This is one thing I find encouraging about your generation and my own sons. You guys seem to be a lot less focused on acquiring stuff. Now, the fact that your smartphones have replaced so many other devices might be part of that, but I'm still encouraged. So you're halfway there. Now you just need to learn to focus all the time you save by not having so much stuff on helping others. If you can embrace the idea that the best use of your spare time is helping others, you will actually start to enjoy it and look forward to it in the same way that other people enjoy acquiring stuff. Well, that's enough stuff about stuff. Number 10, treat others as you would have them treat you. This is the golden rule and the essence of the teachings of a great prophet who I also believe was the Son of God. So this is probably the most important of my 10 really strong recommendations. If everyone would live by this principle, the world would be a much better place, and we would not need any other commandments, rules, laws, or really strong recommendations. You would automatically avoid a lot of stupid behavior. You would be a good listener. You would treasure your family and do anything to make it stronger. You would do your job well in return for your paycheck, and you would be cheerful while you did it. You would forgive others and never give up in the face of adversity. You would never consider dragging others down and would instead serve others without giving it a second thought. You wouldn't lie, you wouldn't steal, you wouldn't murder people, you wouldn't plot to steal their stuff. What goes around comes around. If you simply treat others well, they are far more likely to treat you well, and the ones who don't are simply not worth worrying about. Life would be good, and you would be a happy person. Number 11. Now, right now, half of you are thinking, hey, he said 10 really strong recommendations. It gets worse. This is my final point, but I'm about to give you another homework assignment. Number 11 is remember those who helped you get where you are. Over the course of your lives, certain people or organizations will have an incredibly positive impact on your lives. Be smart enough to recognize who those people and organizations are and what they have done for you. Then, in the spirit of living to serve, figure out how to give back to those people and organizations. In some cases, it may be more appropriate to pay it forward. In other cases, you will have the opportunity to give back. And I'm going to present you with an opportunity to do both. I started this speech by thanking Dr. Hanak for his tireless efforts to provide you with an educational choice, and this school has provided you with a great education. Today, I'm asking you to give back by joining Dr. Hanak in the fight to make sure that the options that were available to you will continue to be available for other students who would like to follow in your footsteps. Next week, you'll receive a packet from the school, we heard about that earlier, which will include a generic congratulatory letter from me and a voter registration form. Now let me be clear, I'm not asking you to vote for me. Most of you can't vote for me. I'm asking you to register to vote and commit to voting in every election for the rest of your life. When you do vote, I'm asking you to find out which candidates support school choice and cyber education and which ones don't. I think you can figure out which ones I want you to support. I'm asking you to write to your elected officials periodically and let them know how valuable your cyber education was to you, and share your cyber education story with others as often as possible. Maybe you can get your parents to do the same. Right now, we desperately need letters to our new governor, who still needs to learn a lot about cyber charter schools. If you're willing to do that, you'll be paying it forward by helping to ensure that other students will have the opportunity to attend this great school and others like it. If you were still going to be a student at PALCS, you would want someone to fight for you. So please help us fight for your younger brothers or sisters or friends or acquaintances who are not graduating today. If you will do this, I pledge to keep fighting with you and with Dr. Hanak until I draw my last breath in Harrisburg. Finally, I congratulate you on reaching this important milestone in your life, and thank you all for giving me the opportunity to speak today. Good luck, and God bless you all.
At this time, we're going to move into the presentation of academic awards. I would like to start by introducing Ms. Casey Testerman, University Scholars Principal.
All right, so this award goes to Benjamin Hess for valedictorian of the class of 2015.
Okay, so the next academic awards, we're going to move into the Cyber Awards. The first award is the Quill Award for Writing. This goes to Brianna Quigley. Brianna could not be with us today. The Blaise Pascal Award for Mathematics goes to Alexis Sywick. The Mary Lyon Award for Science, Jonah Boileau. The Benjamin Franklin Science Award, Vin Lay. The Social Studies Leadership Award, Audrey Wilcox. The Charles Babbage and Ada Lovelace Technology Award goes to Dragan Hutton. The PALCS Excellence in Music Award, Colleen Popko. The PALCS Excellence in Art Award goes to Sadie Flindler. The PALCS Excellence in Health, Safety, and Physical Education Award, Hannah Sproul. The Advanced World Language Achievement Award, Cheyenne Coleman. The Shining Stars Scholarship, Christian Del Villano. And now we're going to move into the University Scholars Awards. The University Scholars Bartleby Award for Excellence in English, Perry Walker. The University Scholars Herodotus Award for Excellence in History, Courtney Dalton. The University Scholars Archimedes Award for Excellence in Science, Audrey Wilcox. University Scholars Euler Award for Excellence in Mathematics, Ryan Dodds. The University Scholars Da Vinci Award for Superior Scholarship and Dedication to Learning, Benjamin Hess. And now we'll move into the CPFA Awards. The CPFA Fine Arts Award, Cheyenne Coleman. The CPFA Dance Award, Evangeline Young. The CPFA Music Award, Gabrielle Haynes. The CPFA Theater Award, Elizabeth Cerami. The CPFA Directors Award, Jonathan Campbell. At this time, I'm going to announce the names of students who have earned.
Sorry. Although he's not here today, I do want to recognize Ryan Dodds as our 2015 salutatorian.
I'm going to announce the students who have earned leadership certificates. If you could please hold your applause till I announce all the names. Bethlehem Antoine, Rachel Byler, Evan Hauber, Jeremy Heiserman, Michael Hunter, Vin Lay, Jacob Peisty, Audrey Wilcox, Timothy Lucky, and Isabella Roman. If we could give them. At this time, I'll announce the awards for certificates from the School of Professional Studies. Same thing, if you could please hold your applause so I read all their names. For computer technology, Zachary Peffer. For computer science, Madison Steer. For game design, Gabrielle Nightpaver. For general business, Vincent Mercado. For health services, Alexis Sywick, Carlissa DeVore. Marketing and journalism, Amanda Opper Volpe. Pre-law, Evan Halber. Programming, Madison Steer. Psychology, Carlissa DeVore. Science and technology, Jonathan Mosier. And visual arts, Jacqueline Rivera.
In honor of our dearly departed friend and co-worker, Sally Cummings, who devoted her life to the promulgation of the timeless principles enshrined in the United States Constitution, this year's $300 scholarship is given to the students who best understood and lived out these principles, and it is contributed by the Sally Cummings Foundation. And those two students are Ben Lay and Audrey Wilcox. The prestigious $3,000 CEO award this year goes to a student who co-chaired a new legislative initiative with a group of his friends. This initiative led to the formation of a brand new committee in our student government organization, the Student Legislative Initiative Committee. This group met with the new chair of the Education Committee in Harrisburg, Senator Lloyd Smucker. And the committee decided to interview Senator Smucker to find out his concerns for education and to present him with a bill that would reflect his interests. The bill they designed would increase job readiness and college preparation for high school students statewide. At one point, when the various senators were getting frustrated with the details of the new bill, this student was able to steer the group towards language and options that were simple and sensible. Senator Smucker was impressed and surprised that a piece of guidance legislation would come from cyber school students. He agreed to partner with them to complete the bill, and without the leadership of this student, we would not have this new relationship. Our CEO award winner has also served in numerous other ways. He has produced and conducted music for community service events, used his programming skills to create social media forum for his fellow senators, and has written and reported dry meeting minutes in entertaining ways that has won the applause of his colleagues. All of his service has demonstrated creativity, initiative, hard work, and friendship in a meek and yet assertive way. It is my pleasure to present the CEO Leadership Award to Student Senator Ben Lay.
At this time, I would like to announce the 16 graduates who are members of the National Honor Society. Again, please hold your applause till I read all their names. Jessica Calderon, Jesse Dillon, Ryan Dodds, Nicole Iyinger, Hannah Fleth, Benjamin Hess, Jeremy Heiserman, Sarah Koros, Vin Lay, Aaron O'Hara, Abigail Ofer, Brennan Roden, Carolyn Semez, Perry Walker, Audrey Wilcox, and Charlotte Bigowski. Also, I would like to honor all the graduating seniors who are graduating with honors. I will not be reading their names, but if you could please applause as soon as they stand. At this time, I would like to present the graduates. As the high school principal of the Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School, it is with pleasure that I certify that the class of 2015 has satisfied the requirements of the Pennsylvania Department of Education and the Pennsylvania Leadership Board of School Directors for graduation from the Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present the class of 2015.
Carly Jane Gibson. Nicole Marie Enger. Cecilia Jin Hoffman. Amber Nicole Holvat. Ashley Marie Reinders. Emily Jean Alba. Brianna Nicole Hamilton. Marissa Nicole Miller. Kimberly Ann Kuntz. Samantha Lynn Bucher. Cassandra Alexis Davies.
Cheyenne Nicole Fries.
Cheyenne Nicole Fries. Ryan David Massey. Christian Blake Johnston. Kendall Ray Dankanich. Hasmin Alexia Martinez. James Brian Marquisette. Troy Lynn Rayleigh. Cynthia Christie Salazzoni. Joel Alex Zelensky. Brandon Michael Lutz. Thomas Brian Phelps II. Colin Andrew Mullen. Faith Elizabeth Welling. Chanel Monet Robinson. Jeremy Andrew Heiserman. Andrew Eugene Zavierman. Carol Annette Miller. Brittany Ann Bachknight. Courtney Lee Wilcox. Jordan Michael Bush. Alexis Lauren Conley. Hassan Mehdi Sharif. China Janae Harris. Ayana Tamara Taylor. Alexander Michael Roseo. Scott Frederick Newman. Cecilia Faye Hightaker Brubaker.
Go Sale!
Julia Lynn Scott. Cherokee Lynn Ibel. Jessica Carol Beck. Alexandria Renee Yee. Nicole Amber Hahn. Vincent Nathaniel Mercado. Joshua Marino Banta. Margaret Ellen Rowland.
They didn't have my middle name. It's
Lakin Lynn Witters. Tara Kristen Frazier. Ian Andrew McDonald. Sarah Marie Helena. Azaria Nicole Brown. Brianna Marie Robles. Erin Rose O'Hara. Bria Jeray Scott Williams. Richard Allen Yoder. Nicholas Adam Osteen. Alexander James McGowan. Zachary Randall Peffer. Jesse Blaze Dillon.
Way to go, Jess!
Michael Vincent Hunter. Shayna LaFleur Robinette.
Yes,
Laura Ann Radabaugh. Jillian Yvonne Lassen. Kimberly Burgos. Zachary Ellis Baker. Ryan William Shea Mazora. Morgan Alyssa Warner. Jacob Hugo Peisty. Emily Ann Compton. Victoria Rose Harris. Shane Liam Dyson. Antonio Hudson Cruz. Roy Daniel Kurtz, Jr. Cameron Jaleel Williams. Evan Simeon Hauber. Samantha Joy Sabatini. Alyssa Renee Huster. Cheryl Alexis Hansen. Carlissa Kiana DeVore. Charlotta Marie Bogowski. Noah Madison Freeberg. Madison Marie Stoltz. Rebecca Jean Loins. Avaya Louise Heverly. Gabrielle Esther Heidler. Sandos Khaled Hassan. Farah Hussein Abdulrahman. Iman Tarek Hassan. I got it?
Yeah, you got it, you got it.
Mohammed Tarek Hassan. Shayla Lanice Miller. Murad Thomas Womack. Madison Taylor Steer. Abigail Lorena Flores. Dominic Mark Farringer.
Danius. Same last name as
Danius Stephen Farringer. Monica Joyce Neary. Nathaniel Alexander Molinero. Lydia Elizabeth Kern. Nicole Marie Belwar. Tamaya Makeda Mack. Scott Hahn Jr. Derek Andrew Tanini Hoover. Zachary Thomas Wright. Jaleel Miguel Medina. Matthew Allen Osborne. Thomas Scott Geringer.
Step right up here. Let's wait a minute.
I'm going to ask you to please try to calm down a little bit so the graduates get their day in the sun here. Alexandria Marie Rivera. Brennan Thomas Rodden. Rachel Byler. Carissa Jean Conant. Guinevere Violet Sherlaw. William Henry Johannesson. Clint Walker Troutman. Sharoon Ponyang. Tiana Marie Cruz. Eloise de Saint Mas. Jasmine Carrasquillo. Grace Ann Steinhardt. Bria Marie Scandal. Jacqueline Marie Rivera. Acacia Terrell Carter. Jeannie Priscilla Sidnor. Jasmine Rebecca Davis Yardborough. Jessie Campbell Wetterland. Abigail Dora Ofer. Carolyn Colby Sems. Jessica Stephanie Calderon. Kiana Alexis Delgado. Courtney Elaine Gardner. Isabella Christina Roman. Katie Rodeback. Michael Allen Kreider, Jr. Kimberly Marie Estelle. Kyla Tashira Godbold. Christopher Jean Morrow. Patricia Jean Morrow. Sarah Emily Caros. Daniel George Truitt II. Dan's diploma is being given to him by his father, Representative Dan Truitt. Samuel McKinstry Rosen. Hannah Elizabeth Fleth. Hannah Rose Sproul. Colleen Kerrigan Popko. Courtney Marissa Dalton. Carrie Catherine Walker. Brianna Lene Clark.
No, I'm good.
Okay, it's fine.
Jonathan Stephen Campbell.
Say my middle name. No, that's Campbell.
Gabrielle Haynes. Evangeline Grace Young.
Let's wait till this happens.
Rachel Lee. Emily Michelle Ludwig. John Joseph Maldani. Bethlehem Antoine. Alyssa Elizabeth Carilla. Benjamin Levi Hess. Wilder Houston Troxel. Audrey LaTourette Wilcox.
Andrew Henry Robb.
What did you do?
Andrew Henry Robb. Vin Huang Lei. Christian Del Villano. Cheyenne Lee Coleman. Elizabeth Ann Cerami. Alexis Marie Sywick. And Jonah Boileau. Now let's give them a round of applause.
Class of 2015, the degree you received today represents a wonderful accomplishment. I hope it is just the first of many in your journey through life. Congratulations to all of you. You may move your tassels. Now there are Just a few housekeeping things that I need to share with you. First, please remain seated until all the faculty and all the graduates have exited the auditorium. And we'd like you to join us in front of the dining hall for a traditional cap throw photo. Please stand well behind the photographers so we can get a really good picture. Please join our faculty and staff as we continue the celebration of our commencement reception. Enjoy the refreshments and visit with faculty members who are looking forward to congratulating you, and that'll be in the dining hall across the street. Graduates, you are officially PALCS alumni now. Yes. We have a copy of your senior slideshow. If you participated in sending a picture, you may pick that up in the reception hall. Our commencement ceremony has been recorded. For those of you that would like a copy, orders are being taken in the reception hall. The cost is $10. Our photographers will be available to take family portraits during the reception. They'll be set up in the dining hall as well. Please take the time to get photos. Last but not least, graduates and faculty, all of your bagged belongings are over in the dining hall. Again, please join us as we celebrate our newest graduates.